You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. It is 10:12 on this 24th day of July. It's a Monday in downtown Alton. It's a humid Monday in downtown Alton.
Very humid.
Yeah, God. You got football practice today?
We got practice this week.
I was going to ask you if it's 2-a-days.
Not yet.
Oh, thank God.
It was our last summer week, and then we got dead week, and then we'll start August 7th.
And now, dead week's when nothing goes on, right?
Can't have any interaction there.
That's really cool. So. Well, my dad's excited. He's on a plane to London right now, so he's like, yeah, we got all of our contact days done.
He came in real quick, didn't he? He's like, okay, I'm in. Let's get him in, and then we'll hang out.
Like the CIA, in and out, and then
That's
maybe
awesome.
somebody notices.
He's excited.
Everyone's excited about the season, whether you're on Alton, Marquette, Edwardsville. It's really cool to see sports getting back into swing of things.
It's a great time of year.
It really is. I think that's what really defines the town too, is seeing the how the town reacts to prep sports and that high school season. Because at West, there's no better, pitcher.
No, Friday nights there. It's great.
And how's the summer been for the boys? Are you getting a good team put together? Everyone.
Summer's been great.
Yeah.
We've had weightlifting sessions in the morning and then practices in the evening. So, the boys have been working their tails off, and they've seen improvements in the weight room, which makes them more confident on the field. So it's been awesome this offseason.
That's really good. And especially when you coming into it, you had a little bit of, trying to get some players put back into the system and rebuild a little bit. And it seems like you have a couple of former Marquette guys, too, on the coaching staff this time around, right?
Yeah, some former Explorers besides myself. We have Alex Hamburg and then Brandon Boos have come on and helped us. And they're two young men, but they're awesome. They're doing a great job.
Really cool. And then I just talked to your assistant, Billy, the other day, and it seems like you guys have a really good coaching staff put together.
We got a great coaching staff, and for being together for a short time, there's a lot of chemistry and cohesion there between the coaches. So it always helps when your coaches get along and enjoy what they're doing. It just kind of sprinkles down to the kids too. I
was actually talking to my dad about this the other day. Have you ever been a part of a staff, and I'm sure you have, where coaches just hate each other? It seems like they like each other, but it's just really you can never get anything accomplished. You take a step forward and 40 back.
It's tough. It just makes for a very long year. So you just kind of just put your head down and do what you can and get through. But
smile and wave, smile and wave.
Yeah, become good at that every once in a while. But but my staff this year, man, these guys are awesome. They're all young, so their energy level keeps me going. I'm not as young as them, so it helps to have the young guys over there running around, getting excited about practice, and then the kids feed off of that. Our kids they're excited. We're going to be young again, but at least we're going to have a little more experience, and I know we're going to be stronger and bigger and faster. So. The kids are really excited about the upcoming season. Well,
and too, it just seems just the pride they have with the organization and the team too. This year it seems different because I always follow along social media just to see who's posting what, and just to see what's kind of trickling out. And there's a lot of folks on this team that are very excited to be playing, and that's the first step, because it seems like just to get out of the gate, especially with soccer, half the teams didn't want to be out there. It seemed like the first week it was like, all right, man, let's go. I got to get back into class. I got my first week. But everything I've seen has just been let's get on the field and let's throw the lights on and let's see what we can do.
They're ready to go already. I'm like, boys, let's slow down. It's only July. we got a few more things we got to get in before our first game. But the excitement level, like I said, has been there all summer, and the numbers have been great all summer. Kids have been there, and just the cohesion, the team atmosphere that they have, man, they're just all positive, building each other up. So it's been awesome. And
now, whenever you're looking at summer, now these aren't mandatory, right, for summer. So is it always a little nerve-wracking to go, let's see the dedication level of a team?
It's scary.
Is it really?
It is, because some weeks you might have 30, 35 kids out there, and then it falls off to you have 18, and you're like, oh boy, what's going on?
What did I do?
Did we do something last week? But summer, there's still baseball and AAU basketball, and of course vacations. So, we've kind of dialed it back as far as our days that we've gone this summer. I think we've spread it out enough to where kids get a little break. We don't want to burn them out. Like, these kids are playing baseball all year round, basketball, soccer. They got enough stuff going on, so I don't want to burn them out. So we just kind of go a little bit at a time and keep them energized.
And what's your summer look like? Because I know there's you had it really broken down to where, I was talking to Billy a little bit about this and just talking to the other on the staff, and it seems like you guys had it broken down week by week on what you were doing and improving on. Was that just something you structured right off the get-go? Yeah.
I mean, I like to get my calendar put together and give it to all the families in end of March, or excuse me, end of February, 1st of March, because, everybody wants to plan their summer.
Right.
So
makes sense.
So we would go, it's a few days here, and then take a week off, a few days there, take a week off, and then July we really hit it pretty hard.
And whenever you're going through that too, because I know there's only a certain amount of days you can have with the team, right, in the summer. Whenever you're doing that, how important is it to break down, all right, this is what we really need to focus on in July because we only have X amount of contact days left before dead week, and then we got to get into, how important is it to really kind of calculate that?
Well, you start off with good intentions.
That's a great answer. That is a great answer.
But it depends on numbers. Who's going to show up,
Yep.
And, if you're missing your quarterback for that week, that kind of makes you alter your plans a little bit. So, we just want to get together and just work on the fundamentals and the basics of football itself.
Yeah.
And then just kind of put in our formations and put in some coverages for defense. And then, give them a little taste of it. That way, when we come back in August, we got an idea of what we're doing.
And now, as far as the team goes, what are some of your goals right off the bat? I know that whenever I ask, I've asked other coaches, the big one is, getting to the playoffs, winning those first couple of playoff games. What are your thoughts while you're, coming in and ready to take the world by storm?
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, our goal is to make the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, every year you want to make the playoffs, and that's what's great about July is everybody's even right now. We got the same shot as everybody else. But, it's playoffs, but it's also to be competitive in games and then win games. It's been a while since we've won a game at Marquette. So, we're going to have to learn how to win a game, which is not always easy. So we're going to start with the little fundamentals and grow from there. But, the way this team has worked, I think we can do some good things this year.
I really do too. And I really, to me, it's just, how everyone's just really on the same page to lift the organization into that next chapter. And anyone I talk to is just like, yeah, no, we're winning. It's not even a thought.
The support's been amazing, and everybody's behind you and, hey, what can we do? And what can we help you do?
Really?
So it's been great, so from the administration at Marquette through the parents and kids and community, so it's been awesome.
That's all, and that's what I was wondering. If you got welcomed in with open arms and we're ready to bring that title. I'm really in the next couple of years, especially this year, you're making the playoffs because I really see that everyone's passionate and all these kids want it.
They do,
and that's to me just as a player when I was playing. You got to have a team that wants to win. And really just eats and breathes it. This is what I want to do this year. This is what we're going to do today. At practice tomorrow, we're going to win.
Right, and it's win the day. Is what we like to say. And our few seniors that we have, they've done a great job this year. Dorian Sykes, Carter Dennis, they've been doing awesome this summer in the weight room, and then being great leaders on the field. It's important for them to show these younger kids like what it takes to be a good football player and be a good teammate and, succeed on the field and in the classroom and off the field as well.
Well, and I was going to ask you in terms of lifting too, because every sport has a different, way they lift or, what they're targeting. What is your guys' weight? And not to spill your secrets or anything, but what is your weight, your weight or workout breakdown look like?
One of the things that, Marquette did this spring was to bring in a weight and lifting guy, a speed and strength guy for us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like this Coach Hartnett, he went to school. This was what he did. So he came in, he and I talked, and I was like, awesome. This is your baby. You take it. And, the numbers have gone from, we had guys that could barely lift the bar to now they're benching over their body weight. So
really?
Yeah, it's just been, he did an awesome job with just starting at the bottom and developing a good base and build them up from there and then working on some plyos and things like that. So it's been an awesome off season for us.
Yeah. And I also wanted to ask you, whenever you're going from, different classes, because the class system in IHSA is just monstrous,
It's huge.
Whenever you go from, a class 5A, which was Alton High, correct? Or
7A.
7A?
Yeah.
Sorry. See, I get confused and I play. So you go from 7A to, down to where, 3A or 3A is Marquette, correct? 2A.
Is
there a difference in style or is it just size at that point?
I mean, the speed of the game's a little different.
Okay.
But you still have some great athletes.
That's what I'm getting at.
And you still have huge kids too. But the thing I noticed the most was the speed of the game.
Okay.
You know, playing 7A football against East St. Louis, Edwardsville, O'Fallon, you know, and even Alton, you know, we had great speed. And then 2A is just the game's a little bit slower, but it's still played pretty tough and hard-nosed.
What I saw too was it almost seemed like it was more rough, because I'm watching some of the Marquette games. I'm thinking, God damn, thank God I never got hit like that kid.
And they're banging on the inside in there. There's some, you know,
right.
I always like to say, like 2A, like you got your farm boy kids out there that know how to bale hay, so they're not afraid to throw you out of the way.
They see someone like me, they're smelling blood.
Yeah, they get excited. Like, let's get after that guy over there.
No, I got to ask you this though, Coach. Whenever you're playing for a team and now you're coming back and coaching them, but to me there's something a little bit more there too, where you played there as a football player, and
for sure
now
the desire the desire to not fail.
Yeah.
Really, but we talk about succeeding and being successful, but really deep down inside, I don't want to fail.
Right.
But, it's going to happen eventually. But, we have to, in order to get better, we're going to have to fail to get stronger. So, I'm just excited to be back and be part of this and turn this thing around and watch the kids grow and be awesome at what they do.
Right on. And on top of that, I want to ask you about 7-on-7 too, because something that just amazed me. I didn't know soccer did it. They had Sunday league games, and I thought, man, if only
really?
I had that when I was in high school. We got
everything going on this summer.
It's really wild. And I didn't even realize with football there was some 7-on-7 passing. And how does that look? How does that help guys get reps? Is that really what it's for? Is just getting reps, getting looks? Gelling a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we like to use it just to compete against other guys.
Okay.
You get tired of going against the same guys day in and day out. So now you get an opportunity to go against another team and kind of compare yourself. Like, hey, I'm really good against so-and-so on my team. Let me see how I match up against another guy from another team. So, it's great to get out there and compete against other teams and to kind of let you know who's competing on your team, who's got it, who needs a little push and whatnot. So, 7-on-7, we like to do it and change things up.
Really cool. And now, when are tryouts for you guys?
Well, we don't have tryouts.
Oh, okay.
Everybody that comes out is a part of the team. But our first day of practice is August 7th. So,
really cool.
Yeah, at 4 o'clock.
It's coming quick.
It's here.
Yeah, it's here. You're right. It's done.
It's growing up, my parents always said, the older you get, the faster time goes. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. No, turns out they know what they're talking about. Time flies for sure.
Well, without a doubt. And now, with that being said, as we're kind of gearing up closer and closer to the season, for the parents out there, for the fans, what's your big takeaway of Marquette football? Getting into the season, and I think number one is just getting back out to West and watching this team in action.
I mean, we open up Friday night, August 25th at West. So, excited for our first game to be at home and get the Blue Crew out there supporting the team and fans out there. So I know everybody's getting excited, but we still got a lot of work to do before we get to that day. Starting August 7th, we'll have everybody there. And, from August 7th to August 24th, we got a lot of work to do.
Really cool. Yeah, well, you're right. But you know what? I think it's going to be a great season. I really do. Just seeing, I saw the article we did on the new quarterback for your guys' team.
Jack Ray.
Yeah.
Oh man, that kid. And he just falls in line with. I mean, I could sit here and name.
That's what
kid after kid. I mean, these guys just work their tails off. So Jack Ray's coming out as a sophomore, stepping into that role as a quarterback, and I mean, he's done a great job this summer. Just great kid, listens and wants to get better and. We got him and Thomas Wendell out there as a receiver. And then I'm telling you, our old line, Nico Keller, Jack Bieber, these guys have been working their tails off. Luke Brown. I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about these kids because they're so awesome.
I was talking to one of your coaches, and that's the same thing he did. It was just like, there's here. Well, no, because now there's here and now it's him and him and him. I mean, the whole team.
It is. And just the way they work.
Yeah.
Just the way they like being around each other. That's exciting right there because they have fun together. And, Luke Curry is going to be a good player for us today, and Sammy. I mean, these guys just list doesn't end.
That's what I was going to ask you. I mean, to me, I'd rather, it doesn't matter what level it is. I'd rather coach a bunch of guys that want to be there, want to be on the team than the most, talented 100%. In the world that don't want to be.
I mean, these kids are good. They're coachable, and they're fun to be around.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they make me laugh every day. It's always something different. It's like, definitely grown as a coach to where now it's like, you be you. And like, you be you. And then we'll go from that. Like, let me see your personality, and we'll work, and we'll coach that, and we'll go from there. So, I mean, it's just been awesome,
Before I let you go, I do have to get this out for one, Dan Brandon. I told him I would do it, and I said I was going to. This is where I get to humble myself. Coach Dickerson, I will never forget the time I was punting footballs for you against East St. Louis. Thank you for bringing them up. I had to hit a beautiful putt. I mean, I put it right on the 5-yard line. Yep. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And the guy returned it for 80 yards and took me 15 yards into the sideline.
Yeah.
And he told me not to tackle him and to slide, and I said, hell with that. I'm going shoulder to shoulder.
You didn't want to not tackle the guy.
That's true.
Like, when you came out, you were like, oh, coach, I'm going to kick for you, and that's it. And I told you, CJ, the more you get involved in this game, you're going to want to hit somebody. But I do think on that punt, I'm pretty sure I told you, don't kick it to the guy.
You did.
Okay.
You did.
And then to make sure we're on the same page.
I look over and it, slide. I went, okay. Boom.
And it just...
Bug on a windshield.
That guy was running pretty fast.
I don't think he ever stopped. But seriously, the best of luck as the season progresses. Stop by, fill us in on how everything's going.
Definitely.
Because, we really appreciate all the hard work that the team's doing, the players are doing, and we hope that we have some pretty successful local prep teams this year.
And I think you will.
Yeah, God, yeah.
The Riverbend area is great for football.
It really is.
With Alton and CM and Edwardsville and then Calhoun up there. So... I appreciate the great coverage you guys give us.
Oh, thanks.
In the end, it's about the kids.
It really is.
We want to get their names out there and pictures of them doing awesome. That's what I remember growing up and every Saturday getting the Telegraph and seeing whose picture was in there,
Yep.
So, if we could do this for these kids and just keep everything positive, I mean, that's awesome.
That's what I tell people.
Any support or coverage we get from you guys, we appreciate it.
No problem. Well, that's what I tell people. This is the most boring part of the year for me because it's like right in the middle of...
There's nothing, right?
No, the amphitheater stuff's getting ready to go in August, but so is the fall sports. And that's when really the town's alive, is when, you see Johnson's Corner full of people getting ready to go to back or forth from west and just enjoying. And I'm looking forward to watching a Marquette football team win a game or two and hopefully make it to the playoffs this year.
Well, hey, we appreciate you coming out and watching us, and catch your breath now, because once August comes in, it's
you ain't a kid.
Nonstop.
With that being said, it's 10:29. Coach Dickerson, thank you for your time.
Thank you, as always. Appreciate it.
We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap up our Monday morning after this one in downtown Alton.